Buongiorno and welcome to my channel. My name is Stefania if you're new here. So we're just going to pretty much do a get ready with me using old palettes, some newer products to myself. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of dabble and play. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and let's go ahead and jump in. All right, we're gonna get started. So I kind of just grabbed a lot of random stuff I wanted to try that I have not tried, and just stuff that I was like, oh, I really have not used that much. So we're gonna start with an old palette here. I'm not gonna do a lot with my eyes because I just got my lashes done and I want them to stay. But I want to do like a pop of color on like the eye. That's what I'm thinking. Some green. So I haven't like played with color in forever. But we are going to start with Soft Glam. It's just, the more I've taken a step back from makeup, the more I've been like, yeah, I don't really need a whole lot more. Like, don't get me wrong, I still look at it like, you know, I'm like, I want that. But I've been much better about like not actually getting it. So we're gonna just go in with Orange Soda. Let me zoom you guys in here. And I'm just going to just put a little bit in the crease. Even though I'm not like doing much on the upper eye, I still like something so it doesn't seem so bare. How have you guys been? What's been going on? I was like, oh, I'm gonna start filming all the time now. And, you know, things change week to week with her. So the naps have gotten shorter. And we had a family like trip. It used to be camping. Kind of, like we would go to a cabin, and now we just rent a house, but I still consider it camping. My sister's laughing because I like matching pajamas. Like, I'm very much into matching pajamas right now. I don't know. I think it's just because I don't actually want to get dressed, but still look cute. I always like made fun of people that were like, why do you have to match your kid? And now I'm one of those people. And an eyelash. It's like I want to cry every time one comes off. I'm just like, that's money. I'm like, that's $2 that fell off. But yeah, now we just rent a house like up in Flagstaff, and it was hot. The AC was broken, but it was still a fun trip. But yeah, very different trip once you have a kid to look after. So I'm like, oh, it's parenting in a different place. That's all that it is. So I might do a little bit of the burnt orange color. I still feel like this is such a good palette to have for like anyone. It just has all the transition shades I need. Even though I don't use a lot of the other ones, it's kind of just like, it doesn't matter. This is just one I would always be like, this is a good, if you're building a collection type thing. Or if you're not, I'm like, I will bring this with me everywhere because still got all the shades. I really miss it when like, I'd go crazy for like the Anastasia like singles. Like those type of days where I'm just like, oh, I want all the singles. I would get so excited for like a sale, and now I can't even tell you where my magnetic like palettes are. Does anyone else still buy singles? Okay. So yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do for that right now. I might revisit it if I want to deepen it up a little bit. So I have this Lancome, I wanna say it was Tara Lynn, who I had watched on like a Sephora VIP thing, and I still haven't used it. So we're gonna try it. I got the shade Fresh Almond, which might be a little bit dark. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I mean, I bought this. I haven't bought new makeup since the last Sephora VIP sale, and some of it I haven't even used. Like, I got this Refi Beauty bronzer, because you guys know I'm obsessed with bronzers, and then because I wasn't using them, I was like, I don't want to open it. So I'm kind of like, yes, I know makeup expires, but for me, I feel like it starts when I start using it. So I know that's wrong, but it's the truth. And so far, I've never had a bad reaction to anything that's like been expired. Except for glitters. Those always suck. Like the liquid glitter stuff. Okay, I got my Huda Beauty brush, which I really like this brush. For a long time, I was very much not into dual-ended brushes because I'm like, if I put it there, like the bottom of my container's dirty. I don't know. And then, you know, I'm using my fingers, which I'm like, even though I just washed my hand, I'm like, what do I care? Oh, I don't think this is too dark for me at all. I think it's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna do too much just because I really have not been doing that much. This does have a little bit of SPF in it. I never say that as a main point if it's SPF 23, you know? You still need SPF. I did prep my skin with like the Tatcha Dewy Skin Moisturizer like I always do. That still has not changed. I still have not bought any new primers and I don't miss them. I realized like going through my collection, I'm like, gosh, I don't think I've ever been through an entire primer, but this has worked well for me over the past, like, I want to say a year and a half. Guys, I need new, like, where do I buy jeans? That's the question. And I don't do the mom jeans. They just don't look good on me. I'm 5 feet. It's just not good. I just don't feel attractive in them. Not to say I don't like them, but for me, if I'm getting dressed up, I don't even know what to do with them. Like, I'm just like, I would rather just wear leggings if I'm gonna wear these. So I'm still in the skinny jean, you know, that's who I am. So I would love some jean recommendations because I have not gone shopping for like real clothes, like athletic wear all the time. Real clothes, not so much since I've had a baby because I don't want to be depressed. I'm using this Nars Macadamia Concealer. I was like I'm gonna use something different other than Pat McGrath products for base today. But yeah, if you guys have some recommendations, I would love to know. Not that I really want to go try them on, but they really need to. I feel like a lot of people love Nordstrom Rack and I just don't. I need my clothes laid out. It's too stressful when I have to find things. I don't love looking for a lot, you know? So yeah, I'd love to know where you guys go. And then sometimes American Eagle, but then I also feel old whenever I go to like Abercrombie and stuff. I'm like, am I too old to be in here? But I also don't love the shape of a lot of like other jeans I find. I don't know. But yeah, that has been not the easiest. I feel like people keep being like, oh, you look the same as before. And I'm just like, oh no, no, I don't. And that's okay for right now. I think when I'm done breastfeeding, which I'm counting down the days, I have never been, I mean, I'm always excited for fall and, you know, Christmas and decorating. I love the house like during that time. I'm already looking up Halloween decorations and I think I'm finally gonna be an adult and be like, let's do Halloween at my house. Usually I don't like people at my house. But I feel like it's time to do something like that where I'm just like, I want a holiday and I want a fun holiday. And Halloween is my favorite because it's just not stressful, you know? Food doesn't come with it. You don't have to be, you know, everything doesn't have to be perfect. And I just feel like that's a good fit for me. And I love decorating my house with Halloween stuff. So I'm gonna maybe do that. Let's see here for bronzer. I want to go in with this guy. I might actually, we're going to go with Maple A from Nude Stix. I went a little crazy on Nude Stix sale when Ulta had, I think they were $10 a piece. And let me tell you, I was never a fan of, I had first tried it with like eye stuff and I don't love, I'm still just not a cream shadow person. But the face stuff, I got quite a few colors and I am like, oh, I get it now. For a long time I was like, I don't get why people love it. Now I'm like, yes, I really like Nude Stix. But I do have a new bronzer to try out as well. Again, not new, but you know what I mean. Have not used yet. Powders I don't get as nervous to like open, but creams I'm always like, But yeah, I thought the shade was gonna be too dark, but that's the one thing with Nude Stix is I feel like you can make a lot of shades work for you. But yeah, I think I got like a lot of blushes, a lot of cream blushes. My, have I changed. Go down the neck. Yeah, okay, I feel like I'm evening out. I'm like, am I the same color? You're only gonna see my face. And then I'm going to the gym. So, but yeah, body-wise, it's not been too great. I'm like, things have changed for sure. And yeah, I'll be done breastfeeding in the fall. I'm like, if I can just last a year, I'm happy. I am not one of those that's like, I'm gonna really, no, 1 year is enough. I feel like I don't belong to myself, and I'm over it. So this is the Dior bronzer that I got. It is 06 Amber Bronze. I love the packaging of this. I'm usually not a huge Dior fan, but I also am a huge bronzer fan. But I love this packaging. It's like a little cushion. And I'm like, I would never buy a purse or anything like that. So I'm like, this is what it reminds me of. But yeah, I think when I'm done breastfeeding, some more weight will come off and I will feel a lot better. And two, it's more like when I talk people through, I'm just like, it's more because I can't, if I drop calories, I don't have milk, there's a formula shortage, I feel guilty going that route when I don't necessarily have to right now. I just don't want to. You know, I'm just like, I can do it for as long as I can do it for. But at a year, I think I'm calling it. It's exhausting. I don't really feel like that whole, like, you know, I don't feel like we're bonding. I feel like we're bonding when she's done, and I'm like, oh, like she'll sit, you know, with me and for a little bit, but no, she's got like little beaver teeth now, and I'm just like, nah, nope. I mostly pump the rest of the day and then feed her that way because she's way too distracted. Like, I feel like I'm trying to feed her and she's just looking around, finding things to do, and biting down when she comes back, and I'm just, nope. So I can't wait for that to kind of be over. Also, I think this says to go without judgment. Whatever you do is great. I'm just saying, for me personally, I'm over it. And the ugly bras and just the whole thing. I feel like people are already like, when's the second? And I'm like, let's just focus on this year, okay? I have my candles lit. It feels so nice to be in here with my candles going, and I'm probably gonna have to give up this room and make it into the baby's room, and I'm really not looking forward to that. So it's a sore subject. All right, eye-wise, I still want to use a little bit of liner. We're gonna use this LA Girl. It's a dark brown. And then I want to use this Rare Beauty palette. So yeah, nothing much going on. I feel like she keeps us pretty busy, but like also nothing happening. No, we watched Halo, like the show, even though I'm not a video game person, and that was really good. And obviously we finished Stranger Things. I feel like that's all I'm always like, what shows are we watching? What movies have we watched? Like that's all the excitement going on, you know? All right. So the goal is to use this really, really pretty green in here. Let's see how. I want to use, there's like this mint green, or we have this like chartreuse green. I think the chartreuse green is what I really want to go for. I don't want to do a full glitter, but I have all these really like pretty colors from this Anastasia palette. I have all the volumes and I have not opened them. But this is part of the Norvina collection. I think out of all of them, this was the prettiest one, the coral one. But I do have all of them. So we're gonna go in, I think, with this like A4 shade. So like this bright green, and then maybe mix in a little bit of this deeper one, depending on how bright it is. But this kind of made it so like any new colorful palettes, I was kind of like, I have every color on the rainbow. Yeah, it's looking, I don't want like a sickly green, you know? What are you guys doing for any suggestions for family Halloween costumes? I know it's early, but like I said, I am counting down the days. So she will be 1 on October 19th. Crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go in with that E1, like that much, much darker greenish shade. We just finished watching the new Jurassic Park movie, and there's only one part that made me really happy, but other than that, I was like, the ones when I was a kid were better. I've watched those like over and over and over again, But two, I didn't even know, like, I felt like the girl, Claire, I'm like, I think her name was Claire. I'm just like, she was cute in the first movie. She dressed well. She had her, like, yes, she had her issues, but I hate that when they, like, evolve a character, all of a sudden they have to, like, dress in, like, really frumpy, ugly clothes to be likable. I'm like, why? Why? I'm kind of just stamping it on because as I blend it out, I feel like the color is kind of going. I'm not loving it as much as I wanted to, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna grab the green from the Forever Beauty palette. They did have some lipsticks come out, and you guys know I'm still obsessed with nude lipsticks, but I didn't get any. I'm just gonna wait for sales from now on. I'm just like, it's fine. But if you guys have tried it, I'd love to know what you think. And also what you recommend, because isn't there one in August now? I feel like they've done that the last few years, unless they take that away. I know it used to just be like the twice a year, but I feel like the last few years, and not to mention, I mean, it's not a good year for anyone right now, so I wonder if they'll do the sale again. All right, I like it now that I put that pop of color. I'm still gonna do, I'm gonna mix in that minty green shade just to give my inner corners something. I still want it to be a little bit brighter. Okay, I'm liking this a little bit more. Not my favorite, but I'm not mad at it, you know? Anytime someone has makeup on and I'm like, oh, it's not perfect, I'm like, who cares? They put in effort, you know? And that's all that matters now. So, all right, let's see here. So, I'm gonna use this brightening powder. This is an oldie, but I need a brightening powder. So this is the KKW in shade 2. I like the banana-y color, I think, a little bit better. But it still works. I have not bought anything from KKW in forever. All right, for blush, I'm gonna go with Nars Madly, but then we're gonna also use another one. So Madly is still obviously a favorite. I don't think I need to say that anymore. It just is. And then I got this giant thing from Jaclyn Cosmetics. It's a Loverboy shade. It's like that powder blush. And it hasn't really grown on me. I think it's just because I don't want to take the time to click it, okay? I'm just going to say, I said what I said. To like dump out the powder. And then I don't know. I don't feel like it's any different. I'm like, when I look at it in the jar, I think it's gorgeous. And then I put it on my face and I'm kind of like, can you see it? Is it there? I don't know. She's also had some products come out. I know she came out with a lot of bronzers. I'm always one to try like a new bronzer, but yeah, I have not yet. Highlight wise, we're gonna use an oldie. So this is Skinny Jip by Jouer. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there we go. I still love this one. I feel like it's always my go-to summer, and I still use the Kylie like wet ones, like that original wet one. I still love it. And it's got to be like 4 years old now. I don't know. But I do reach for that one probably the most on like a normal basis. But yeah, this is like the perfect summer, and it can be built up more, but I think we're good, you know? All right, for lips, we're gonna try out, I have never tried this one. This is called X-Rated, and it is Artist Couture's like lip gloss. So I figured something neutral, you know? I really like these ones. But yeah, I got some new shades. And I haven't tried them out yet. Does that wash me out? I think I kind of need a lip liner, so I will probably add in a lip liner because I feel like it's a little bit, it's blending in a little bit too much. All right, I'm gonna use this Perfectionist lip liner. This is from Melt Cosmetics. Melt? Yeah. Melt Cosmetics is one where I feel like I keep looking and like I'm always tempted to buy more, especially like those, they have some eyeliners that look really cool, but they didn't get the best reviews, so I'm like nervous to buy them. But they have like a really nice like olive shade for like the inner liner, like nudes, but they're not nude, you know? So if you've tried them, please let me know. I do really like this color, and I think on its own, like without a full face of makeup, this will be going into my gym bag, you know, which is my purse essentially. All right, so here's the finished look. Like I said, eyeshadow, not really my favorite, but I still really like the Rare Beauty products. I feel like that kind of like saved it a little bit, but it's also because like I'm very picky about greens. Sometimes I love them, or like I think I'm going to love them, and then I don't really love them, you know? I could like think of gross things like boogers. I don't know. I don't know why. But I will see kind of how this, so far I'm liking this foundation. I still, it's hard for me because like I'm so used to my Pat McGrath, and I'm kind of like, I don't venture out much anymore. I'm just kind of like, no, this works. I don't really need to try more. But I do also have a Beauty Blender one that I want to use, that I haven't tried out yet. But so far I'm like, yeah, foundation, I'm fairly boring. But right now I'm like, it looks good, so we'll see how it wears, especially throughout the day type thing, because that's all I need right now. Okay, I don't have time for other things, so no finicky stuff for me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.